de shimamba mamo akwaba edba Standard TV so na enkrata begu ya ponso ekire se ukopie mu wo mrase bedwamu a edom kuma no aye ensakraye ewo womo akandifo emu ya wo kire se enkrata yi efri NDC amanyokuo no womo asoye ene bae a ekire se owura Haruna Idrisu ye ono neye edom kuma no ba no dani sese wonfa ne dibre no ento ho na ononyamfo ato forcing yo yemra se bedwani mamanfo ene ade hia wo ewo adwuma ko abato empeso aso papa yi won besom se edom kuma no ba no dani eno na mrase bedwafo bi mekire edom kuma no ebi akire wo mo adwen ewo sansem yi eho.
This morning that in fact around 11 o'clock in the morning now will be friendly. I'll say me who changes the almost effective in the leadership. Now the changes there. Now so they have changed some of our leadership and so who did? Because ideally the highest decision making body of the party here, Congress, after Congress, NEC.
Yes.
After NEC of course FEC. And I know that FEC will be sitting today. Usually they sit this particular day. Now time the I knew that FEC hadn't even sat. So who took that decision? What informed it? 2, I contacted in fact I tried to call Honorable Fifi. Now my friend about 3 times he couldn't pick because he signed the letter and I felt that I needed to authenticate the letter and the only person who to authenticate the letter is Honorable Fifi. So I tried calling him about 3 times, he couldn't pick. I sent him a text message that it was me. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten back to me. So I had contact with other colleagues, and it was that the letter was actually authentic. So my position is that who did they consult? We are practicing a democracy, and this NDC, nobody in NDC is bigger than the NDC. So if the practice, I mean, what I know, I was in the 6th Parliament, of course in the 8th Parliament, and I am particularly interested in parliamentary democracy. You know, I'm even in school, and what I do, what I'm working on is on parliamentary systems. So I've gone through the literature in the Ghanaian Parliament and in many parliaments in Africa. I have never seen any parliament where a leadership of that parliament, particularly the caucus of the parliament, leadership is imposed on the caucus. What they should have done was to consult us. And all the experiences I've had and what I have gone through and what I read, usually they would propose to parliamentary caucus and the caucus will take a decision. Now, why would you impose leaders on us? The first question is, has anybody in parliament told the party or some members of the national executive that we are dissatisfied with our leadership? They need to tell us. 2, have they consulted or did they consult the leadership of even the caucus, even those who are taken out? My understanding is that they were not even consulted. I mean, natural justice demands that if you have leadership and you want to change them, call them. Look, for ABCD reason, we think that we want to change you people. They were not consulted. So it looks as if they are being hounded out. And that is why I think that it is not appropriate. And in any case, the timing is completely wrong. This is not the time we should be rocking the boat. This is not the time we should be engaging. As I talk to you now, there are the main issues that Ghanaians are preoccupied with. That debt restructuring, the Auditor General's report, these are of very important issues to the Ghanaian people. Now, we are having these discussions and boom, leadership have been changed without consulting the parliamentary caucus. I think it is undemocratic. I think that the democratic principles can hold in sane. It is not limited to any political party. Everybody, including the NDC, must respect that. So in as much as I have tremendous respect for our party leadership, I think that they have gotten it completely wrong. The other question I ask is, at what forum was the decision taken? Was it fake? If it wasn't fake, who took that decision? If it was fake, some of us would want to see the minutes of the meeting that occasioned the decisions they have taken. We would want to know. And if we are asking this question, we are not being disrespectful to the leadership. That is what democracy expects us to do. We need to ask questions. Now, I have no doubt in the quality of leadership of parliament we have today. I have no doubt whatsoever. Look, this leadership of our caucus delivered us a speaker for the first time in our democratic history, that we elected a speaker who is from an opposition party for the first time. this particular caucus delivered us a change in government decision as far as the policy decision they wanted to in the budget. Mind you, they were taking away the threshold of the COVID, the e-levy.
E-levy, yes.
You know, and the leadership guided us in ensuring that this thing did not happen. The 18 million Ghana cedis, which was put under the Ministry of Tourism for the purposes of the cathedral, and which we felt was nothing short of thievery, the leadership guided us in taking that decision. So if we are dissatisfied with our leadership, we would have told the leadership of our party. In any case, if caucus's leadership are going to be imposed on us, then tomorrow some national executive decides that, oh, we want a first-timer to represent us as a leader of the parliament. The youth wing were allowed to choose their leader. The women wing were allowed to choose their leader. As a matter of fact, Professor Nelson and Co. described Parliament and the committees of Parliament as a workshop of Parliament. The most important arm of government in the democratic dispensation is Parliament. And that is why you can have a government without Parliament, but you cannot have democracy without Parliament. And one of the important tenets of parliamentary democracy is consultation. It's consultation. And the consultation is not only at the parliamentary decision level, even within the caucuses. So why would you take a decision like that?
But Honorable, what has been...
Okay, let me conclude on this.
Okay.
The timing is completely wrong. The timing is completely wrong. Why would you want to take this decision at this time? What would be the basis on which you want to change leadership? One, if they are not performing. Two, if you think that you don't have confidence in them. And the only people who can determine the ineffectiveness or inefficiency of the leadership is not anybody except us, members of parliament. And I can tell you, you won't find a single member of parliament who says that he is dissatisfied with their performance. But let me also make this very, very important point. Now, if you look at what we have, I'm not saying that you necessarily need to be a lawyer before you can be a leader in parliament. No. Honorable Chairman Sabonsu, fantastic legislator, he's not a lawyer.
Yes.
But if you look at the front bench of the NPP, at any point in time they have a lawyer among them. Currently, you look at the front bench, you have Honorable
Afenyomakin, who is a lawyer.
One, what this action they have also taken is taking our most experienced members. Tell me in Parliament, except Honorable Cletus Aboka and Honorable Collins Dauda, who is more experienced than Honorable Haruna Idris? Tell me. 20 years in Parliament. Honorable Mutaka, I think about 18 years in Parliament if we end this city. Honorable Azayi. So what they are simply doing is that they are taking away the most experienced among us and bringing it as a look. I don't have any problem with those who have been proposed. Fantastic comrades, fantastic individuals. They haven't committed any crime. But why would you take away your most experienced ones? Look, today, my team, Arsenal, is doing very well because our front, our attack is solid. Our attack is solid. We have 3 young men who are doing it. And in the midfield, we have an outstanding person in the person of Thomas Partey. So why would you take away your front bench, the most experienced, who have delivered and continue to deliver, and bring others? What is the motive? What occasion that? And why would you do that without consulting us?
Yeah, Honorable, my question.
Okay. They need to consult us. They need to consult the caucus, and I think that is the way to go.
My question is, you've been in Parliament before. What has been the best practice as far as
the best practice has always been that the party will meet the caucus with their proposal, and the caucus will take a decision based on the proposal that is brought to them by the party. That is what I know, and that has been the practice. Even I checked through the other parliament, from the first parliament, the second, the third, the fourth. I was in the 6th parliament, and which I experienced. Even the 7th parliament, when I was not in parliament, I tried to find out those who were there. That was what happened. Even this parliament, before we started this parliament, the party came. In fact, the leadership came to find out from us. And I remember then National Chairman, Honorable Asirin Kete, they all came, and the position was that we want to maintain this leadership. So that was the proposal. If we were dissatisfied with the leadership, we would have told them. Has anybody told them that we are dissatisfied with our leadership? If nobody has told them, what they should have explained to us what has occasioned this. To be very honest.
Too bad.